What's up, everybody, and welcome to another video. Black Ops 6 beta is here. We get our first look at the game and how it feels and everything. And these are just some quick settings I found as a keyboard and mouse player to help me get through it, and some additional things that I've noticed that I never noticed before. So let's go sort of to it. We'll go right to the first settings. So we're gonna get down here, go to settings, keyboard and mouse. And we're going to do the keybind. So obviously you want to set all your keybinds up. Some of mine never transferred over, so I had to change them up. But one thing I noticed, and I don't know if this is in the other games, but there's this one called Unbound Actions, and a list of all important actions that are unbound. And right here you can see the ping wheel because I don't actually use my ping wheel for things. So I changed that up. But this is something that if you don't have anything hotkeyed or keybound to something specific, it'll be in here. Another one thing I wanted to point out was that with the new game, you're able to take hostages or meat shields, which is hilarious. And then I think with controller, it's just double tapping melee. But melee seems to have a couple functions in this game. So on this one, I just keybound it to another, which was my ping wheel thing. Or actually, no, this was number 2, was previous weapon. So. You change your body shield, you can keybind that simply. So now I just run up and hit one button, and they are mine for the keeping. Okay, another option we want to look at here is we go to the movement, and we're going to look at sprint assist. Obviously, I have that turned on. By default, this is usually up for some people, but for me, it was set at 0. So you want to make this at 0, make sure there's no hesitation, there's no delay between you and the sprinting. And then I have always sprinting on both forward and backward now. Okay, mantle assist. I have that off. Sometimes I found that if you are just running around, it'll accidentally it'll mantle you over things automatically. I prefer to have more control. So for me, I'm going to keep this off. You can have this where mantle cancels reload. So there isn't really a thing I noticed for canceling reload. There's no like specific button or anything for it, so you can do this as mantle cancels reload. So that's one way to cancel your reload. Going back to the body shield type thing we were talking about earlier, and this one has the swap body shield and execution behavior. So typically right now when I hit my key to pick up a body shield, I have the option to execute them, or I think it's just drop them or something. And this one, it looks like this option here makes this look so you press and hold to initiate a body shield, and then a double tap to initiate an execution. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1er. I have this just set to off because I want to be able to control what I do, and it just tells me on the screen what to do. Another cool feature I found here is in the movement advanced settings down here, and you can do the sprint restore, so that allows you to resume sprinting after various actions without having to hit the shift key again, which is my sprint. And then the slide maintains sprint, so continue to sprint after performing a slide. So basically, I'm in full tilt, full sprint the whole time. So these are good options to check out if you want to have the control over your sprinting. And then we can go over here to combat, and then this is obviously your normal combat things and how you want to do them. But one thing we want to look at is the combat advanced settings. And in here we can do the sprint cancels reload, so make sure you want to flip that on. That was set off for me, so make sure you want to flip this on, so now when you start sprinting, it'll just cancel the reload. And then obviously so in Black Ops 6 they added a dedicated melee weapon, so you always have a melee weapon on you at all times. So in this option here, it gives you how you're going to get it, so you can weapon cycle through it. You can make it a dedicated keybind, or you can just hold the melee button in and it'll pull out your melee weapon. So pretty neat feature. And I just kept mine to hold the melee in. Okay, one more option we're going to look at here is in the Black Ops. With Black Ops 6, they added gameplay HUD presets. So basically, you can change the way it looks like how your HUD shows up. Obviously, we're going to go to settings. We're going to go to interface. We're going to go over here to gameplay HUD. We're going to look at HUD presets. And these are just some of the ones that they have, obviously. I just kept the standard, but there's inverted, puts the radar on the right side. Classic, mission interface, out. I kind of like this mission interface one. You know, central command, magnify. So just a couple ways you can do it. And then obviously the colors that you could change around for these things to make it look a bit more visually. So since it's a Treyarch type game, there's a lot of, I don't know, like funky colors going on. I did change some of these around. But I'm going to try out this mission interface for the next time I play. And we're just going to apply it. And it went to that one. I don't want that one. There we go. And that's about it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the beta this weekend and the upcoming weekend. And let me know what your thoughts of the game are so far. But those are just some options I wanted to show and highlight that helped me get through it. And as far as Omni movement and mouse and keyboard, no sweat. I'm having a blast. All right, everybody. Peace out. Have a good one.